Hello everyone, I'm Ratrika Bhaumik and I welcome you all to another episode of Courts Today on LiveLaw, where we update you about all the important legal developments that took place across the country today. We will begin with developments from the Supreme Court and then move on to High Courts and other subordinate courts. If you like our content, please do support us by liking and subscribing to our YouTube channel. Let's begin. Chief Justice of India Uday Umesh Lalit has written to the Union Government recommending the name of Justice D.Y. Chandrachud, the second most senior judge of the Supreme Court, as the next Chief Justice of India. CJI Lalit handed over the letter designating the successor CJI to Justice Chandrachud today at 10:15 am. CJI Lalit had requested all judges of the Supreme Court to assemble at the Judges' Lounge for announcing the next CJI. CJI Lalit is retiring with effect from November 8th this year. The Supreme Court bench comprising Chief Justice U.U. Lalit, Justice Ravinder Bhatt and Justice Bela M. Trivedi heard a public interest litigation petition seeking a mechanism to ensure shelters for homeless citizens today. At the very outset of the proceeding, the CJI remarked that there had been considerable improvement in the issue since 2003 and that night shelters had been put up at different places across the country. However, the petitioner in person insisted during the hearing that much was left to be desired as there was a vast population of the country which remained homeless and did not have any shelter to live in. To this, the CJI highlighted that at the central level policies were made and it was the implementation of the schemes which were an issue. Accordingly, the bench listed the matter for 29th November for next hearing. In a significant development, the Supreme Court today dismissed the petition filed by the Enforcement Directorate challenging the Bombay High Court's order granting bail to NCP leader and former Maharashtra Home Minister Anil Deshmukh in a PMLA case. A bench comprising Justices D.Y. Chandrachud and Hema Kohli, however, clarified that the observations made by the High Court will not influence the trial and that they are only concerned with the issue of bail. After hearing the petition elaborately for over 1.5 hours, the bench said that it will not interfere with the High Court's order. Deshmukh is under custody since 2021 when he was arrested in a money laundering case related to the alleged collection of bribes from bar hotel owners in the city of Mumbai. A constitution bench of the Supreme Court of India today resolved its order on whether to refer to a larger bench the petition pending from 1986 challenging the validity of the practice of excommunication among the Dawoodi Bohras. The 5-judge bench will decide whether to refer the issue to the 9-judge bench in the Sabarimala review case, which is considering the larger issues relating to essential religious practices. The 5-judge bench comprised of Justices Sanjay Kishan Kaul, Sanjeev Khanna, A.S. Oka, Vikram Nath and J.K. Maheshwari. The Supreme Court of India today issued notice to the Enforcement Directorate on a plea filed by Delhi Minister Satyendra Jain assailing the order of the Delhi High Court which upheld the transfer of his bail plea to another court. A bench comprising Justices M.R. Shah and Krishna Murari sought response from the Enforcement Directorate to be filed by 19th October and listed the matter for further consideration on 31st October. The bench also added, and I quote here, "We are not on merits of the case at all, we are only on the case of transfer." The Supreme Court today refused to entertain a public interest litigation petition seeking directions to prevent under-trial prisoners from being produced in court to ensure safety of judges, prisoners and others inside the courtroom. The matter was heard by a bench comprising Chief Justice U.U. Lalit, Justice Ravinder Bhatt and Justice Bela M. Trivedi. While advising the petitioner to withdraw the petition, the bench underscored that an accused being produced in the courtroom was a fundamental part of the criminal justice system. The Maharashtra government has told the Supreme Court that it has no objection to handing over the 2020 Pahalgam lynching case to the CBI. 2 Hindu seers were lynched to death by a frenzied mob in April 2020 in Pahalgam. The 2 seers were travelling from Mumbai to Surat when their car was stopped by a mob of over 200 people. The mob then proceeded to upturn the car and pelted stones, eventually resulting in the death of both the seers as well as the driver of the car. The Supreme Court has observed that the state of West Bengal usurped the powers of the Chancellor, that is the West Bengal Governor, while reappointing Sonali Chakravarti Banerjee as the Vice Chancellor of the Calcutta University. Holding so, the court dismissed the petitions filed by the state of West Bengal and Banerjee, assailing the order of the Calcutta High Court, whereby the decision of the state to reappoint Banerjee as the Vice Chancellor of Calcutta University was set aside. In a significant judgment, the Supreme Court today held that no offence for dishonor of cheque under Section 138 of the Negotiable Instruments Act is made out if the cheque is presented for the full amount without endorsing the part payment made by the borrower after the issuance of the cheque. The court held that the sum reflected on the cheque will not be the legally enforceable debt as per Section 138 of the NI Act when it has been presented for encashment without endorsing the part payment. Part payments must be endorsed on the cheque as per Section 56 of the NI Act. The Supreme Court of India today listed the matter concerning the mercy petition of death row convict Balwant Singh on November 1st before a 3-judge bench. Balwant Singh has been in jail for over 26 years for the assassination of killing former Punjab Chief Minister Beyant Singh. The matter was heard by a bench comprising Chief Justice UU Lalit, Justice Ravinder Bhatt and Justice Bela M. Trivedi. The Delhi High Court today issued notice on the plea moved by real estate baron Sushil Ansal against his conviction and sentencing in the evidence tampering case connected to the 1997 Upahar fire tragedy. The court admitted Ansal's revision petition for hearing and called for the trial court records in soft copy. The National Commission for Protection of Child Rights, that is the NCPCR, has told the Delhi High Court that an incorrect stand has been taken by the Delhi police that the tweet made by Alt News co-founder Mohammed Zubair in August 2020, for which an FIR was registered against him, does not constitute any cognizable offence. The NCPCR has also submitted that such a submission by the Delhi police indicates its casual attitude in the matter. The development came after NCPCR filed its response in a plea moved by Zubair seeking the quashing of the FIR lodged against him on a complaint by a Twitter user. The Bombay High Court has warned all advocates against annexing objectionable pictures to petitions filed in the High Court, citing the invasion of privacy. A division bench of Justices Revati Mohite Dare and Justice S.M. Modak imposed a cost of Rs 25,000 on the petitioner's advocate who had annexed pictures to the petition. It underscored that, and I quote, advocates fail to realize that the petitions are placed before the registry and get circulated through various departments, exposing the parties involved in the photographs. The Allahabad High Court has observed that the court should not compel a wife against her wishes to live with her Muslim husband who was married again and share his consortium with another woman if the court is of the opinion that it would be inequitable to compel her to do so. The bench of Justice Surya Prakash K. Sarvani and Justice Rajendra Kumar observed thus while dismissing an appeal filed by a Muslim man challenging the family court's order dismissing his suit for restoration of conjugal rights in connection with his first wife. The Varanasi court today adjourned the hearing to October 14th in a plea moved by the Hindu worshippers seeking a scientific investigation into Shiva Linga reportedly found inside the Gyanvapi Mosque premises. District Judge A.K. Vishvesha adjourned the hearing after the Anjuman Intizamiya Committee, which manages the Gyanvapi Mosque, objected to the plea moved by Hindu worshippers. The court is likely to pronounce the order on October 14th. Thank you. Keep watching Courts Today on LiveLaw for more such updates. See you tomorrow.